Oh, it was back in 1946, and our old folks had heard about surplus airplanes that were being sold up in Fargo Airport, and they were Canadian trainers. They called them Fairchild PT-26s. And the Canadians flew many airplanes in there. There was rows on parked up there. So we decided to go up and look at these airplanes. But there was 4 of us that wanted to go. Merle's brother Stan wanted to go, and one of Merle's friends wanted to go. So we're going to take 2 airplanes. So folks had a Piper Cub J3, and I had a Stearman, and they're both 2-passenger airplanes. And the Stearman is an open cockpit biplane, and the Piper Cub J3 is close to airplane. And that morning we were going to leave. We were sitting down at a cafe eating some pancakes early in the morning before we were going to leave, and it was kind of a misty, rainy, cold, miserable day. Of course, we didn't ever even stop to think we were going to wait. We had to go no matter what the weather. We were going, when you're young. So I was sitting in the restaurant and I thought, oh, I just don't like to fly that open cockpit Stearman in this kind of weather. It's like it's raining and it's spitting rain and fog and cold and everything. Brr, I said, that's shit. So right around Merrill spoke up. I'll trade with you. I'll fly the Stearman and you can fly the Piper Cub, he said. J3, and I said, I'll do it. I'll take that so that I can sit inside. So then Merrill and his friend, Merrill was flying the Stearman, and Stan and I in the J3. So we said the ceiling was pretty low. It wasn't, the visibility wasn't good. So I told Merrill, I said, you take off first, because the Stearman is faster. And if we get into the clouds, I said, I don't want you to catch up it. Come up behind us with the Stearman in that bad weather. His visibility wasn't good. So I said, okay. So we sat up the end of the runway, both airplanes, and Merrill and his friends, they took off. And we sat there and watched. They took off. It wasn't long here, they disappeared into the suit. We waited for a little while, and Stan and I took off. Pretty soon we were in the suit. Couldn't see anything, so we took a compass heading for Fargo, and we were flying on instruments, but we didn't have hardly any instruments. So we kept going. You couldn't go back, of course. There's no way you could find the airport back again. So we keep going. They're clear at Fargo, hopefully. So when we got about up to Morris, it started clearing up so we could see the ground once in a while. So, oh, this isn't too bad. It's starting to clear up. So we got to Fargo, and Merle and his friend, they were already there because the Stearman was faster. So they were okay. They got there. And then Stan and I came. So that part of it is flying in a little bad weather, but that we didn't think that was too bad. So there was rows of those Canadian Fairchild sitting there. So we were walking up and we were all looking at all the airplanes and trying to pick out the best one they could see. And Merle finally saw one that was, gee, it was really nice condition. It was really a nice airplane. It didn't have a lot of time on it either. And the paint was nice on it, the inside was nice. So we decided, I'm going to buy. I think I'll take that one. I don't know for sure. It seems to me he paid $1,500 for it, which was quite a bit of money in those days, probably. But we couldn't bring it back that day because we had 2 airplanes to fly. And Merrill could have flown it back, or probably I could have flown it back. But then Stan and Merrill's friend wasn't a pilot. He was just riding along. So I decided, well, we'll have to go back and get it. We'll go home, and then when 2 of us will go up there and get it. So I guess we flew back to Montevideo, and the weather was nice on the way back. So then later on, we went up there and picked it up. So that had Canadian markings on it. It was yellow, shiny yellow with Canadian markings on it. A really nice airplane. So that was the one adventure we had going to Fargo.